The NBA's biggest nightmare is here. LeBron James may be actually retiring because he came out and teased today that the decision is coming tomorrow. The decisions of all decisions. And he's wearing the same outfit that he wore when he left the Cleveland Cavaliers the first time to the Miami Heat, deciding that he was taking his talents to South Beach. Now, he's having the decisions of all decisions with the same shirt, which could possibly mean he is retiring. Now, all signs are pointing to him possibly retiring because he wanted to play with his son, Bronny James. He's done that. He's already won the championship with the Lakers. He's checked basically every box possible on what he was going to do in LA. Win a championship, play with the son. And now the Lakers have Luka Doncic, who they are prioritizing over LeBron James now that they've extended him because Luka Doncic is way younger than LeBron James. And it came out that Rob Pelinka said, we would love if LeBron's story ends with him retiring as a Laker. Now, why do they want that? It's not because they love LeBron, to be honest. It's more because imagine how much ticket revenue they're going to get for those 41 games if LeBron James says, this is the last season I'm having. Crypto is going to be sold out even when they receive the Hornets because everybody's going to want to watch LeBron James' last season as an NBA player, considering to many he's the greatest of all time. Now, to the Lakers, highly beneficial for him to retire as a Laker. For LeBron James, I say not yet because this man still averages in points in the 20s. He still is dropping numbers that are career highs to the 95% of the actual NBA at 40 years of age. He still has stuff in the tank. He just has to manage it. Load management. He has the absolute excuse to be load managing at the age of 40 years old if you're still putting up all-star numbers. I'm going to have to be honest with you. Now, for Pelinka, it's great for him to retire as a Laker because they have the roster to go for it one more time, and then they're going to have cap to use to bring in another star after LeBron retires. And that is why his contract went down the way it went down, because LeBron James has been signing his contracts with the Lakers and previously with the Cavs and all this, where he was signing 2-year deals, 3-year deals. This one specifically was a two-year deal last year, which was $104 million, around that. 2-year deal with an option for the player, the second one. So basically, he was expecting to play the year out, get his $52 million, and then get another 2-year deal, decline his option. The Lakers gave him another 1 year with an option. That's what LeBron wanted. But Pelinka declined to extend his contract furthermore than it would be of 25-26 season, if that makes sense. So Pelinka just wants LeBron maximum 25-26 season. Didn't want to give him a year and another option. So it forced LeBron's hand to basically take on his player option, which now leaves him a free agent after the 25-26 season, which basically means we'd love for you to retire as a Laker, but it's not happening past the 25-26 season. I don't care what happens. So to LeBron James, he possibly wants to play, another 2 years, but the Lakers maximum of 1 year is what they want. And this is the first year that LeBron James hasn't been, having a say with their offseason moves. This is the first year LeBron James has been kind of, off the radar when it comes to front office decisions. So this all is pointing to this is the last year of him as a Laker. And now he's having the decision, which is possibly pointing at him having his last year as an NBA player. The only other thing I can see him teasing is possibly him having a huge sponsorship, which he just wants a lot of publicity for, or a new business, or possibly the NBA is going to be having, their expansion finally kind of be announced, and he's officially taking apart, the Las Vegas team or whatever other team they're going to be adding in, and he's saying, I'm going to be the owner, because we all know LeBron James wants to be the owner of an NBA team, quite like how Michael Jordan did the whole Charlotte Hornets. He wants to have his own NBA team in the NBA, which is completely fair considering he's worth, over $1 billion. Now, that's the only other thing I can see. Sponsorship, owning an NBA team, or retirement. And now that he's wearing the drip from his decision video from Cleveland to Miami, as a LeBron sexual himself, I'm going to have to say he's going to retire. It all points at it. It doesn't really make sense for LeBron to continue playing. I'm not going to lie. And it's heartbreaking to say. I really hate to say it, but LeBron has done everything. He has the record for most points. He's got the 4 championships, 4 finals MVPs, 4 MVPs. There's not really much aside from possibly winning a chip this year that he could genuinely do. Aside from winning more championships, adding it's there's not much, and it's looking difficult considering he's 40 years of age, and typically the Lakers have been falling short to young stars like Anthony Edwards. He has to compete with 23, 34-year-old Anthony Edwards, which LeBron James was in his rookie year when Anthony Edwards was in his diapers. It's kind of good. It's kind of difficult for him. I completely understand that part. So that's why I'm saying this is gonna be his retirement. I'm sorry to say he's going to be retiring, and I hate to say it. I got a little tear. My throat's getting tight. I'm getting anxiety just thinking about it because I've been alive every single year that LeBron James has been in the league, because LeBron James is in year 23 and I am 23 years old. So I don't know a world in which LeBron James isn't in the NBA, because I've been alive for his whole career and I've been a witness of it since I can remember. Yep. But anyways, I'm going to have to end the video before it gets brutal here for me. But make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. If you think LeBron's retiring, I'm sorry to say it, but if I'm being completely honest, I think he is. But anyways, thank you guys for watching.